Hello, MikeRo here. Welcome to another episode of my FM19 Aston Villa save. And as you can see, Benoit Badiashile is a Manchester United player. It's been a big move over the summer. They signed for £24 million. £24 million for a wonder kid, and he's amazing. We're going to have to get a new centre-back partnership this year. It is season 4, and as you can tell, Benoit has already helped United to a first win of the season as they beat Liverpool 2-0 in their opening fixture. We start off with an opening fixture away at Watford, but obviously there will be new players that are here, and obviously people that have left. It's always time for the transfer special. Don't know why I winked there. Bit weird. Going through the outs, the most notable one is Andre Green has left Aston Villa. He has now gone to Stoke for a £25 million transfer fee. In the end, £25 million was just too good to turn down. I had to let him go. It was a bit gutting, but really, he's not exactly Premier League quality. He's a decent Premier League player, and he might get slightly better. But ultimately, I don't think he was ever really going to, be enough in the Premier League going forward, especially as we finished 8th last year. I needed to make an improvement and try and sign better players or better prospects, and I think that we've done that, but I am going to miss him. He was a top player for us. Goodbye, Andre. So emotional already. One that's a bit less emotional is Joshua Gilivogi. He has now gone to West Ham for £10 million. Obviously only spent 1 year with us last year, spent the majority of it injured for 5 months. Played 15 games and got 2 goals. He's pretty decent, but ultimately I think I've got some better players now in that midfield. But he was a good experienced head. This one did hurt quite a lot. Conor Hourihane, my man, has gone to Cardiff. They are back up in the Premier League as well, which we will talk about later on. But a leader on the field and off the field, he has now gone. He was not really going to get any better. He had begun to deteriorate a little bit in the physicals. He can still cut it probably just about, but ultimately, if we're going to go forward with the club, we've got to be able to let go of some of the players that were here. And this one really hurt. More than Andre Green, this one stung, because we all know how much I love Conor. I'm going to miss you, mate. Another player that's gone is Greg Taylor. Barely ever played that much for us, but we sold him for £3 million to Derby. Russian Hepburn Murphy has also gone. Greg never really filled in that much at left back, to be fair. He's still got some pretty solid mentals, but he's just not quite the required quality if we're going to go for our media predicted and also board confidence top half finish. Pressure's on this year. There are no other big transfers out, so now it's time to focus all on the transfers in. 9 to be exact, and we will start with Tosin Adarabioyo. Okay, I'm going to level with you. I bought him literally because he just makes up numbers in terms of the registration rules. Okay, so we're barely ever going to see him. He is a backup centre-back, obviously let go by Manchester City back in Season 1. He's played for West Brom, Breda, Blackpool since then. He's obviously not Premier League quality. I just bought him for registration reasons. I'm sorry, mate. He knows that, sort of. He's a backup. He knows it. We'll get the basic out of the way. Harry Wilson is back in. I did debate not getting him back this year, but I felt that he didn't really bring everything he could to the table last year, and I want to give him one more shot. He's in pretty good form in terms of the European International League. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists in 4 appearances, which isn't too bad, and he still has plenty of room to improve, although he is 24 now, so if we're going to see a prime year from him, this is it. Another loan that we got in, and another, well, he was a Liverpool player, Divock Origi makes his way to Aston Villa. I'm very happy with this. We have got him in from AS Monaco, where he's got 13 goals in 40 games. He got let go by Liverpool back pretty much before in the first season, I think, because he's been to Wolfsburg, Lazio, and Monaco, and I'm hoping he'll do us a good favour while he's here as well. Only on loan, obviously, this year, but you can see physically very good, mentally quite decent, and technically not that bad either. I think he's going to provide a good backup foil to Jack Lancaster this season without getting in the way of Play-Doh and Tummy. He's also quite good on either wing, so his versatility was actually really what made me want to go for him in the end. Now moving on to actual signings, and there's a couple of prospects we've got to look at. One here is Johan Morel. 2 stars at the moment, but 3.5, probably more likely 4.5 later on. A very decent 17-year-old French central midfielder, can play in a good number of roles there as Mazzala central midfield and the Carrilero. He's physically quite good, needs a little bit more strength, but quite quick and nippy. He's only 5'5", so he's going to have to try and get down the gym and get some weights on. But he looks pretty decent. Decisions of 16 is quite impressive at such a young age. Leadership lacking a little bit, but hopefully that will come with time. He's never going to be a born leader, obviously, but he can probably get himself into the 10s or so. And technically very good stats for a 17-year-old. I'm probably going to send him out on loan. If I don't give him any first team experience, he's definitely going to be playing in the Carabao Cup if he does play for the first team. This prospect is a little bit more exciting, it's fair to say, and he is going to be the replacement for Andre Green. Hello, Santiago Gaitan. Bought him in for £2.5 million from Rosario Central. He's only made 3 senior appearances, but determination under 20 automatically got me a little bit excited. Leadership of 2, we ignore that. Acceleration 16, balance 15, natural fitness 16. His pace is only 10, so he's quick off the mark, but over a long distance, he's a little bit slow for a winger. That needs to be improved. Mentally as well, he's not got that much. He's got some decent stats. He's 13 flair, lots of 10s and that, but he's only 18 years old. He's going to get better, but technically looks very good. 15 technique, 16 dribbling, 17 crossing, 15 corners. Obviously, we're going to have to try and work on his finishing, but he can play left and right. I'm very excited to have him in here. He is going to hopefully fulfill the promise that Andre Green showed. Bit of a good one here, and we did have this boy in the Getting Hammered save, I want to say, but Rasmus Nissen Christensen has come in, and yeah, very, very solid right back and left back, so he can play either full back role, which is very decent. Physically, very good indeed. He's at least in double digits for absolutely everything. Pace of 15, balance 15, strength 15. He's a good, strong fullback, and that's what I want. Aggression of 18, bravery 15, determination 15, and work rate 16. He's going to be a good workhorse, and he's not bad technically. Still only 24 years old. Signed him for £7.5 million, which I think was an absolute snip from Ajax. Very, very happy with the business we've done so far. And it only gets better as Harry Winks has now joined us permanently. And we only signed him for £12.5 million, which again I think is a very good steal. 25 years old now, so around about near his prime years. Can play in obviously any midfield kind of position really, as a deep line playmaker or box-to-box midfielder. He's got very good stats, especially mentally, with teamwork 16, work rate 16, and composure 16. He's that guy who can hopefully help us control and dictate the tempo. It is no coincidence that our form really speared towards the end of last year when I actually got him into the first team, partnered up with John McGinn in the midfield. We suddenly had a very good engine room in the centre of the park. I'm hoping that he'll carry that on this year. Can't wait to see him more in action. This one caught you out. I signed Mamadou Sakho for £12.5 million, £12.75 million. This might be just kind of like a little stall for the year, but without Badiashile, I needed to get another kind of first-class centre-back in, and I've certainly done that. He is obviously still very good physically at his age, actually. Acceleration of 13 is very good. Jumping reach 15, natural reach 15, natural fitness, 15, stamina 15, strength 17. His pace is at 14 as well. Mentally very good, good leader as well. And I needed that to help replace the hole that Conor Hurricane left in the squad. We needed to get more heading and aerial superiority in there. With him and our other centre-back at the back coming in, I think we've got a very decent central defensive partnership to look forward to. And that's because our final signing and biggest one for £18.5 million is Lucas Mai. As you can tell, they're 9 pros, no cons. And for £18 million, I think that's pretty decent in all fairness. We know enough about him already. 6'4", massive centre-back, 17 strength, 19 jumping reach. I'm not going to go into it. He's been here pretty much since like season 2, wasn't it? So he's just such a good player, and I couldn't get Badiashile, but I could get Mai, and I tell you, I'm so glad, because he was the big performer last year. He was absolutely brilliant for us, and I'm hoping that he can make his way into becoming an Aston Villa legend. It's a little bit of a contrast to last year, where obviously we didn't buy that many people in, but I did spend a lot of money, obviously the £25 million on Jack Lancaster, and that proved to be good value. This year, I've kind of increased the squad depth a little bit more, and also got in some very good, promising talents, which hopefully over the years will come in, because we haven't been very lucky with our youth academy. There's not that many players that I'd consider ready for first team football. Pretty much all of these players here, with the exception of Tosin Adebayor, I'd say are ready for the first team. And we'll find out today as we start off our season against Watford. We're predicted to finish 13th in the league this year, behind Southampton and Newcastle and Watford, so we're going to be okay. Those teams coming up were West Brom, Stoke and Cardiff. So all the previously promoted teams, or recently promoted teams, are the ones expected to go back down. I can kind of see that myself. We haven't got anyone in the media Dream 11, which is no surprise whatsoever. But having said that, 200 to 1 to win the title seems a little bit far, a bit unfair. It's worth noting as well that we did actually extend the deals of Ricciardi and Moussa Diaby as well, so both of them are still here from Season 3. Obviously Diaby was our standout winger last year. He's carrying a bit of a knock at the moment, so he won't be playing today, but Ricciardi is on the bench. And so the starting lineup to start the season is actually quite a familiar one. Kalinic is in goal. Earl, Sakho, Mai and Bree now make up the back four, with John McGinn partnering Harry Winks in the midfield. Divock Origi is out on the left for today as Diaby is carrying that knock. Maria is in behind Jack Lancaster, and Harry Wilson takes his place on the right-hand wing. But Gaitan and Robert are both waiting in the wings. I've got a very nice, youthful-looking bench, and you can tell we've got a lot more depth here. Jesus Vallejo, Christensen, Ricciardi, Robert, Gaitan, and Plado all sat on the bench. It gives me a bit of confidence that we're going to be all right. Personally, I'll be happy this year if we can, just stay up again, obviously. But I think more importantly, it'd be nice if we can kind of kick on a little bit and make sure we get another top half finish. Another top half finish would do us wonders, I think, especially because it just gives us a reason for these players to stay around. That I was already trying to knock off some bids this year for Josh Earl and Jack Lancaster. Loads of offers came in. There was a £50 million offer for Pelé and Maria that came in, and I always struggled to turn that one down, but fortunately he wanted to stay at the club. Looking at Watford, they haven't really made any signings since the last time that we played them, so it's essentially the same, and we absolutely smashed them in that game, so let's hope we can do it again. I'm going to passionately say I expect to win here today. The boys are listening keenly, but no one is really taking that much on board. I'll do the old faith chat. Let's see how we get on. Can Jack Lancaster make a better start to this season than he did to last? Last year he was a bit poor for months, but finished the season absolutely on fire. And away we go, the first game of Season 4. Let's hope it's a good one. John McGinn over a free kick, whips it in. Sacco! Oh, Mamadou nearly on his debut, whipping a header into the goal. Not quite. I'm so itchy right now. John McGinn over a corner, whips it in. Mounier heads it clear, but only to Divock Origi. Origi back to John McGinn. Nice dinked ball towards the back post. Not quite. Pelé and Maria on the ball now. Can he put in a good delivery? Great ball to Harry Winks. Oh, he hits it just wide. We're all over Watford. We just haven't got that opening goal yet. But all over them. Harry Wilson over a free kick here. Whips it in. Hits the bar. Lucas Mai. Great block from Thomas Mounier. How have we not scored yet? Unreal. Come on. Divock into Pelé Maria. Back to John McGinn. Nice ball to Harry Winks. He carries it forward. Nice short ball to Pelé Maria there. And that's not Peleo's best bit of work, but fortunately Mamadou Sakho mops up and Harry Winks puts the ball to Divock Origi. John McGinn into Harry Winks. This is lovely passing football from Villa here. Origi into Peleo. Finds Jack Lancaster. He hits over the bar. Where's your shooting boots, mate? 0-0 at half time, but God knows how. I'm going to sound far from pleased by the team. I'm definitely going to have a little crack at Jack and say I'm very disappointed with your performance, and he's fired up by that. All the boys are fired up a little bit. John McGinn's quite tired, but I need him to stay out there for a little bit longer. Kalinic into Lucas Mai. Mai carrying the ball forward into Harry Winks. Nice ball at Harry Wilson. Go on, Harry. Bit of end product, mate. Wilson. Good ball to Jack Lancaster. Takes it out of his feet. Jack. I think it's time we went to the 4-4-2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Peleo out on the left. I'm actually just going to shift Divock up front with Jack Lancaster. We'll put him on the complete forward role. And we might just go a little bit more direct. 20 minutes gone. It's been a quiet second half. I'm going to bring on Alessio Ricciardi, and I can't take Jack off. I just can't bring myself to take him off. I will take off Pelé Maria though, because he's not at his best game. And I'm going to bring on Santiago Gaitan, swap him with Harry Wilson. Let's see how they play together. We're nearing the end of the game. We've absolutely bossed it, but we've just not made our possession count. All the chances we've had count. Jack Lancaster had a really poor game, and he is going to come off now. On comes Play-Doh. Come on, mate. Do me a favour. Mounier takes the ball down. Georges Mayer into Toussaint. He finds Roberto Pereira. Don't you dare do this to me. Penaranda to Kazri. Great save by Kalinic. If Watford had scored, I would have gone. Still not over yet. Thank God Ricciardo clears it. If they'd scored, I would have gone mental. Absolutely battered them in this game as they have a corner to finish. I don't believe it. It's a goal review. I think it looks like it's been... Yes, thank God. Lucas Toussaint was offside. He was basically on the line there, but that would have been terrible. We'll get a second look at it here. Oh my God. I don't know if you... we've got insanely lucky there. That's an insanely lucky bit there. But I'm really pissed off. I'm really disappointed. Defensively very solid, but up front, not great. I'm going to certainly say I'm far from pleased with the team. Where's Jack? He's going to get... I'm going to get aggressive. So that was a terrible performance. And you deserve to come off. He looks fired up. He's going to have to be, mate, because I ain't accepting that anymore. There's no such word as ain't. Saka makes his debut and he was impressive. A 0-0 draw. Not exactly awe-inspiring, is it? It was quite an exciting game for a 0-0. I think we'll come out. Let's come out for a big double-header, shall we? Let's come out for Manchester United at home and then Tottenham away. That sounds quite exciting. That'll be at like the tail end of September. So we've got a few games between now and then. Normally I show City and Liverpool, but considering it's only literally the next couple of games and they're both within the next week, I don't want to overload you all a bit too much. So yeah, we'll come back for United and Tottenham in mid-September. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my transfers. Do you think that maybe after that 0-0 I've gone a bit too lightweight up front? Am I relying a bit too heavily on Jack Lancaster? Or did he just have an off day? Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you again, stay cool. Bloody hell, Jack. That was terrible.